Hey, Johar, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be talking about top 10 Sapphic ships to me. There's some honorable mentions as well, and my thoughts may change because there's some, this was really hard list because there's like some, like I love them both so much, I wasn't sure which one I like more, and it probably will change as my mood changes. Like right now I like this ship more, I might end up liking this ship more later on, who knows. But as of right now, these are my top 10 ships, and since it's on my Sapphic ships, I'm wearing my lesbian shirt, which is new, and I love it. Let's get into it.
I will always be a hunter, but I will never hunt you.
And I will never hurt you. When we're together, all we have to be is Jules and Cal.
It could have been further up if we got more seasons, but I absolutely loved the one season we did get. I wish we got season 2 because they ended on not good, so great terms. But they had this enemies to lovers arc and they became enemies again. But I am hoping, well, if we get season 2, I want them to become lovers again. But I absolutely love them. I love the way they were willing to fight for their love, because one being vampire, one being vampire hunter, and their families hating each other. But they were willing to risk everything to protect one another because they love each other and they would do anything for one another, and it's really sweet. Of course, things don't end up going so well because they end up hating each other again.
I can't believe you would do all this for me. I admit, I like to live life in the gray area, but the way I feel about you is crystal clear. I love you, Emily. I love you too, Maya.
I wish we got more of them, but I actually love them. Um, Emily discovers she's a lesbian. She had feelings for Allison, but she tried her hardest to hide them. But Maya made her feel more like she could come out. Of course, it was still more. She was sort of forced to come out because of A. But um, I absolutely loved her relationship with Maya, and um, Emily had a lot of bad love interests throughout the show, but I feel like Maya was her best love interest by far. I just wish we got more of them, and Maya didn't die because Maya didn't deserve to die, but that's another thing. And yeah.
I want to mash up with you forever, Britt. I mean, some people love someone because they make them a better person, and that's not why I love you, because you've always just wanted me to be myself. You're my favorite person in the whole world. And we're a big deal, you know? Like, no matter how many times we've tried to put our thing down and walk away from it, we can't, because I don't want to live my life without my one true love. And I normally use a lot of words when I'm saying something negative, so since this is the most positive thing I'm ever going to do, I'm going to keep it simple. Brittany S. Pierce. Will you marry me?
Wait, what is happening? This kind of thing happens in here all the time. Just go with it.
Oh my God, I would love to. Really? I would love to.
Got a lot more of them. We had 6 seasons of them, and they do get married in the end. I absolutely love them. They have this friends to lovers arc, because they were best friends, inseparable, but Santana was secretly in love with Brittany, but she was so afraid to come out. And they do start secretly dating in season 3 until Santana gets outed, and then they openly date. They end up breaking up because Brittany was held back, and Santana went to college, and long distance wasn't working. But they do get back together, and they get engaged and they get married, and I absolutely love it. One scene I absolutely love is when Brittany goes against Santana's abuela, basically telling her off, which she doesn't do very often. And she is because she loves Santana and she kind of defends Santana. And one thing I love is that like everyone's always like, oh, Santana's so mean and Brittany's so dumb, but the two of them will always defend each other. Like I love when Brittany told Artie that like everyone thinks Santana is so awful, but she's really not. And um, even before everyone found out Brittany was technically a genius, Santana would always call Brittany a genius. Like she was the only one that could see Brittany for who she truly was, and Brittany was the only one that could see Santana for who she truly was. And I just love the relationship so much.
You look upset. And I thought that you should know that the talk is good. And when you're not upset, when you're over being upset, there will be people lining up for you. You want to give me some names?
Conditions can change without warning.
I think you'll know.
Romance can make the heart pound.
I love them too. I know they're kind of controversial because of how the relationship ended, and they did when Arizona left. They did kind of make you believe that they could have gone back together. And I'm not caught up on Grey's Anatomy. I last thing I watched was season 18, so I know Arizona came back, and I've heard people say that she never ended up confirming if her and Kelly got back together, like people were hoping she would, because they kind of speculated it when Arizona left, but then they didn't say anything about it, which makes me sad. But I love them, and I hate what they did to them. Of course, they were better pre-plane crash, but I think that they shouldn't have done them so dirty, because I absolutely love them. And I really like them, and I think they deserve better, and I want them to be together, but we still don't know if they technically are together. But I love them. I love how Arizona and Callie had a child, and um, they they were just so good. I think that I think Grey's Anatomy just likes ruining the couples. Honestly, it just makes me mad. But um, I miss Callie and Arizona, and I wish we can see them again.
You should probably just forget about dating me. I'm too complicated.
Don't say that.
Why? You can have any girl, and I'm ruining everything. But you're gorgeous, you're fearless.
Rasha, I was afraid to ask you out for weeks.
Yeah, right.
You escaped war. You came all the way here to start a whole new life. You're the fearless one.
I was tired of being afraid.
I wanted to do that like all last night.
Maybe we can figure this out.
I'm in no rush.
I never really watched Degrassi, never cared to, but I did watch Next Class because I was bored, and I absolutely love Zoe's character. I think that's an underrated thing. I have seen a little bit of Zoe's arc from Next Generation, and I did find Degrassi Next Generation. I thought about watching the last couple of seasons, mostly just to get more of an insight of the Degrassi Next Class characters before Next Class started. But yeah. But I actually love Zoe and Rasha. I think that's a little unpopular because every time I see something, it's like always Zoe and Grace, which I thought I liked them at first too until Rasha was introduced, and then it was like Zoe and Rasha is so cute. I love the scene when Zoe brings Rasha the flowers at the end, and that was so adorable. And them being prom queens was also so adorable, and I just absolutely love the relationship, and I think that they were meant to be together, and I definitely think they're better than Zoe and Grace. And my leg is hurting. I've been sitting like this for a while. I was filming a few videos. But yeah, so I absolutely love them together, and I feel like Rasha was the perfect person for Zoe. She really, and it wasn't just Rasha, it was finally coming out, finally saying the words "I'm gay," because even when people realized that she was gay, Tristan realized that she was gay, Grace realized that she was gay, she never actually said the words "I'm gay" until she came out to Winston, and then after that she started being a better person. She stopped And then in season 3, she kind of came out to the entire school and she was like, I'm done hiding. And once she was done hiding and done being scared of who she was, she became a better person.
Look, I love that you're woker than a barnyard rooster. But sometimes you just want to hang out with your best gal at a restaurant that's not just a meal, it's an experience.
I made you something. I bailed on giving it to you because I thought it was kind of corny, but get it? It's binary code, zeros and ones, except for the heart, which is all the other numbers, so it's
A non-binary heart? Oh my God, I love you. I mean, I hope that's okay, but I do.
Of course it's okay. I love you too.
Elena has a lesbian storyline in season 1 where she slowly comes out to everyone. Her coming out to her dad was not so great. One of the saddest scenes ever in the history of ever is when she's at her quinceañera, I cannot speak, at the end of season 1. And then when it's time for her father-daughter dance, she turns around, her father is not there because he walked out because she decided to wear a suit to her quinceañera instead of a dress, and he was not happy. And but then her mom came over and danced with her abuela, her brother, even Schneider, and her mom's boss. I can't remember his name. Um, but yeah, so I love her relationship with Schneider. Like, he was always so there for her and everything, more than her dad ever was. But yeah. And then in season 2, you meet Sid, who is non-binary and likes girls. And one thing I love about that is that, I mean, her mom and Abuela didn't understand the whole pronoun things at first, but then after the initial episode where Sid is introduced and the two of them end up saying, I like you, I like you too, sort of thing, which was adorable. They were so awkward at the first time they truly spoke, and it was adorable. But after that, everyone just was like, it was never really a question about his pronouns. They were always like, they, them, and they never really questioned it after the first time of their initial confusion. But once they kind of understood it, they just called Sid by their pronouns, and it was just that. But I love the scene with Sid asks Elena to the was it homecoming dance? I think some sort of dance at Elena's school because Sid is homeschooled. But it was so adorable because she came in. They came in. Sid came in and they sat Elena down and then they started singing like their own version of "We Can't Start the Fire." I think that's the song called. What's the song called? And then it was just so adorable the way they did it, and Elena was just so happy. It was so adorable. And I love when they said their first "I love you" on Valentine's Day, and then when Sid made a comment when they were considering having sex for the first time, and they were like, Elena started freaking out. They were like, um, it's okay if you don't want to do it, if you don't want to ever do it, and it was just so sweet. And I absolutely love the two of them. It's an underrated show because I think it's like a remake of an old show, and they are just so cute. So moving on.
Are you in here?
Tony, we came to rescue you. You dead?
So I absolutely love them. I've loved them since the episode when Tony told Cheryl that she's sensational, and then they become very fast friends after that. And their first kiss was so cute. How they rescued Cheryl from the concert. What was it called? What's it called? Conservative camp, or that kind of thing when they tried to reprogram lesbians and gays and stuff. And so they and they had their first kiss in front of all the people they're trying to change, and in front of the movie they were showing, and it's just very symbolic, but it was so adorable. And then um, I love the deleted scene when they sang reprised that one song in the musical episode, and they just have so many amazing moments. I love when they get back together in the second musical and they sing together. That was really sweet. And I love how I love when Cheryl becomes a serpent, and Tony's look at her was just so adorable, and they just have so many amazing moments. And when they become prom queens, and I just love them so much. And they would do anything for each other, protect one another. I love one of my favorite scenes ever is when Cheryl um, ends up shutting the window when they were trying to escape the cult, so that Tony can get free, and then they catch Cheryl, and then Tony was gonna go after Cheryl, but Cheryl escaped before that, and their reunion was so adorable. I love them, and they definitely deserve some recognition.
Robin. Tower girl. I told you we'd always know each other.
Only in the last season, but I just love them so much. They're honestly one of my favorite Once Upon a Time couples, and so they had to make it pretty high on this list. I love how Alice and we got to see them meet twice because obviously the man didn't change divorce, and obviously they had a weird meet cute like every other couple. Then they meet again, and I don't remember what the town they were in called. It's been a while since I watched last season. But I love how Robin didn't care about Alice's bad days, and I love how they got Robin to help Alice when she was in that like mesmerized state. And she was like, "I know you're just having one of your bad days," and it was just so sweet and adorable how she was just there for her, and how she didn't care about Alice's bad days. And and when Robin was trying to find a place to live, Alice was like, any place that has you in it is good. And I was just, oh, I love them so much. I feel like they are so underrated. I feel like they were the most underrated couple from Once Upon a Time. Because even though they're on the last season isn't as good. I don't think it's as bad as people say either. There are some really amazing scenes in there that I absolutely love, and I feel like that ending was perfect. It makes me cry every time I watch it.
And tonight, I want to propose to my girlfriend.
No. Oh my God, it's happening.
Ava.
Yes, I will. I'm sorry, I'm just so excited. Please finish.
When I was up there in space, floating further and further away, I realized something. No matter where I go or when I am, I will never be lost because I have you. You are my North Star, you are my guiding light. And wherever you lead me, that's my home.
Do I say yes now?
No, not yet. Ava Sharp. Will you marry me? This is what you say.
Yes, baby.
They started off as kind of enemies, hating each other, but then they form a friendship that quickly turns into a romance. Obviously, they have their ups and downs in seasons 3 and 4. I feel like mostly 3 because I know they broke up because of Sarah thought that Ava deserved better because of Sarah's darkness, and then Sarah wanted to get back together, but then Ava found out she was a clone. It was like, I'm not even real, so yeah. But then in season 4, they were together, and it was cute. And I love their proposal. It was so adorable, and I love their wedding, and I love how they became like time moms. And the episode with the whole murder thing, like the serial killer thing, was so adorable because Ava was geeking out, and Sarah was just so proud of her girl. And when they get reunited after Sarah was abducted by aliens. um, I love them. I feel like they deserve more recognition, and I think they're so cute. And definitely one of the best Sapphic ships that ever exists, and I love them.
Is that you?
Make sure you come back to me. So I can spoil you with delicious snacks.
I like the sound of that.
I'm not going anywhere. Are you? I'm not crazy.
Hold on, stay. Love will make me stay.
Because Lord knows I won't. I will be bragging about this for a while. My rock star paramedic wife is about to be a doctor, y'all.
She's my hype woman.
And proud of it, but not as proud as I am of you.
And then number 1.
Things fall apart. They fall apart so hard. Tara? You can't ever put them back the way they were.
Are you okay?
I'm sorry, it's just... You know, it takes time. You can't just have coffee and expect...
I know.
There's just so much to work through. Trust has to be built again on both sides. You have to learn if we're even the same people we were, if you can fit in each other's lives. It's a long, important process. And can we just skip it? Can you just be kissing me now?
There was not faith
They are still my favorite. They were like my first Sapphic ship ever, and they're still my favorite Sapphic ship to ever exist. I just love them. Tara's one of my favorite characters to ever exist. She's the most cinnamon roll character you will ever find. She's so sweet and adorable and deserved better because she had a terrible life and she was hurt and abused and manipulated her entire life. And then it doesn't end because everything that happened with her family returning and Glory and even Willow at one point. And she just deserved better because she's the sweetest and I love her. And she was, even though I love Willow and Xander, I know that's controversial, but he's actually my second favorite character after Tara, so do not come at me. One of these days I will make a video defending Xander Harris. Okay, but anyways, moving on. Even though I love Xander and Willow and Giles, Tara was a better friend to Buffy than any of them, to Dawn, to Cordelia. I know people always like Cordelia and Tara, but Cordelia still bullied Tara. I love Buffy. I love Cordelia, but I still don't think she's on the same level as Tara when it comes to being a good friend to Buffy. But yeah, Tara, the ultimate friend. Anyways, I love Tara and Willow. They're so adorable. They're so sweet, and I love when Tara's family came and their conversation when they danced, and I love how I lost train of thought. When Tara lost her memory, or what? Not memory, but like became insane, and then when Willow saved her and made it so that she wasn't anymore, and then the reunite when they got reunited, that was adorable. And then when Tabula Rasa, they do end up breaking up, but that episode I feel like it's amazing because they were the only couple that remembered that they had feelings for each other without remembering that they had feelings for each other. Like they were just drawn to each other. I love the Under Your Spell song too in the musical when Tara sang to Willow, adorable. and when they get back together, and then the entire scene read episode until the end, they were just always together, kissing, being in love, and then they had to, you know, kill her off because apparently Tara, who deserves happiness more than anyone, can't be happy. But anyways, I absolutely love them. I'm obsessed with them, as you can probably tell. So, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment your favorite Sapphic ships, and I'll chat with you guys below in the comments. Until next time.